Hello and welcome back to another Final Table commentary. If at any point in time you find yourself not caring for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and KalipokerTV poker replays, so you can go check out the action in some silence. With all that being said, let's hop on into it. We got a 5:30 from WCOOP 2024, yeah. Egro Santos is going to get things started off with the king and the queen. We got LRS with the short stack, Mafia Deal, Nehe, and Darwin with a couple of jakes in the big. Oh, and look at that, a king-queen suited for Nehe. That's not quite their name, but it's fun to say. Darwin thinking things through. One blind to call. 5.5 blinds in the middle. Darwin is going to go for the 3-bet, make it 9.4. Egro Santos will get out of the way with the king-queen O. And Nehe out of position will also find the fold. Can you imagine if Egro Santos goes for an aggressive 4-bet? There it is, 17.5 blinds. I don't know what Darwin does with the jakes now. You don't necessarily want to call and play out of position. I think you either fold or rip it in. We'll see if Darwin plays call though. Darwin in the tank. What an interesting hand to get things started off. There's the all-in play by Darwin, and I think Egro Santos finally finds the fold. So it's a 5:30 buy-in. 21,000 for first place is quite the payday. 14k for second, 10k for third, about 7k for fourth place. And whoever leaves first gets about 5.5 grand. Mafia will raise the 7-6 from the cutoff and get it through pre-flop. Ace-3 suited for Nehe. Oh, let's open it up. The baseball player gonna come in for the 2.3x raise. And get it through pre. Ace-5 suited for Nehe. Another open. 2.5 this time. Interesting change of pace. First the fastball. No, sorry, it was a slider, then the fastball. You know what, my baseball analogy I shouldn't have tried. I'm sorry. Darwin with the ace queen will go for this little bit more than a min raise. Look at it. 2.01 blinds. Makes no sense. We get a call from the big. King 10-6 flop. Action Jackson as both players got flush draws, both players got straight draws. Obviously a heart is an interesting card. 5 of clubs on the turn makes Nehe straight draw a little bit longer, so they can pick up outs to the 4. Bingo, 4 spades on the river. Oh, 7 blinds will slide their way, but they are not going to get any more. They go for the overbet 2x pot, and I'll take it down. Couple of 8s for Nehe. This will just be a raise and take it down pre. Oh no, wait, just kidding. Darwin's got chips. Why wouldn't they call in the big blind? 10-5 3 flop. Nehe bets another 3 blinds. Darwin will likely pay this off. Queen on the turn. So this shouldn't be too exciting. Nehe does bet again. I think Darwin can let it go now. They might get sticky. There's still some heart draws out there. Some straight draws. Darwin says, I'll pay off another bet. King on the river. I thought this thing was going to go check on the turn. Nehe's going for another value bet here with the 8s. The 5s won't pay it off this time. That's a value bet, right? Are we turning our 8s into a bluff? Very interesting happening. Darwin with the king and the 6, limping it in. Egro will check back the 5-2, Jack 9-5 flop. Darwin checks king 6. Egro Santos checks the 5-2, 9 on the turn. This is some boring ass shit here. We got king high versus bottom pair of 5s. Egro put in a bet. There we go. 1.5 blinds, and Darwin might call. Head of the queen 10, 10, 8 straight draws. 8-6, 8-7, 7-6, So many straight draws out there. 8 on the river goes check, check. And aggro will take a small pot. Queen 8 for Darwin on the button. Let's raise and take it down pre. Aggro in the small with the king 6 of diamonds. We could go for a 3-bet. Wouldn't that be a fun play? Aggro Santos lives up to their name, finds the 3-bet. And I think Darwin just lays down queen 8. A jack and a king for aggro. A ace and a 3 for Darwin. They're going to find this 2.01 big blind raise. Someone let me know what's happening there. 7-6-4 flop. Why aren't we just clicking the minimum button? And why aren't we clicking it maybe a little bit bigger, like 2.2x? Why are we going for the 2.01 size? I don't know, but I think I'm going to implement it in my gameplay. Is it just strictly on final tables? I gotta watch some Darwin play. Like that must just be a short stacked final table sort of opening size. Super interesting. Anyways, the ace high checks down and the king high checks down. 9 on the river. Aggro does put in a bet ski for 2/3 pot. A little bit bigger even. And Darwin's thinking about a hero call. They're gonna lay it down. 4-4 for LRS. We'll stick it in for 10 blinds. Mafia with the aces. We'll play call. Nehe in the big with a couple of 8s. I don't know what happens from that point on. Does Nehe rip? Then aces call. Nehe finds the fold. Very nicely done. Ace high board. 4 as well for LRS. That sucks. Set over set. Mafia was just dealt the winning hand that time. LRS is out in 5th. Queen 4 for Nehe, limping it in. Ace 9 for Darwin in the big. I think is going to go for a raise. 4 blinds. I thought 3 blinds was the size. Darwin says go a little bit bigger. Get a king 3-2 flop. Darwin blitz 2 blinds. Darwin takes the pot. Ace and a king and a jack and an ace and a jack and a queen and a queen. Look at all these holdings. King jack goes for the 3-bet for Nehe. Does Darwin 4-bet? And then aggro's 5-bet rips. And then Mafia goes all in. And Nehe folds and Darwin folds. That's hilarious. What a little hand this is. Mafia with the ace king suited says like, whoa, wee wah. Does Mafia fold? Queens rip. No, Mafia says I'm just in there. And they're going to have less than 45%. They're going to need some hearts here, dealer. Queen on the turn, they're absolutely dead. Well, I mean, aggro just wins a huge ass pot, 100 blinds. That was quite funny to see. 6-9 will rip it in. Ace 8 will call. We actually see a limp instead from aggro. That's very nice. They're going to save themselves about 6 blinds. They say GG, rip it all in and take it down pre. 10-6 for Mafia. 4 and a 4 for Nehe. Limp pot. Nehe says no it's not and rips it all in. And takes it down pre. King Queen for aggro. Well, it's difficult to say. Aggro Santos goes for the open with the King Queen O. Queen 2 for Darwin in the big. I don't think we defend here, but Darwin has 21 blinds and is a wizard. Are you going for a 3-bet here? Whoa, wee wah. Who was expecting this? 3-bet from Darwin out of the big with Queen 2 offsuit. All in from aggro and they'll take it down pre. Whoa. Aggro with a couple of 5s. I don't think there's going to be too much action. A Nehe open from the button. Aggro actually just gets a walk with the 5s. Surely the king 4 will hit the muck then. Jack Jack versus ace 10 with a, what is this, 71% for Mafia? I thought it was a 66 30 33% sort of situation. No ace for aggro. Mafia wins a nice little pot there. Pretty well tying themselves up with Darwin. 7-4-0 for Mafia. The next hand, not what they're looking for. We might just fold this. Do-biddy-doo. King 6-0 for aggro. Queen 2 again for Darwin. This time they'll just lay it down. So think back to that 3-bet by Darwin. They could sure use those 6 blinds right now. Mafia with ace 2 will rip it in and take it down pre. Ace King for Nehe. Queen Jack for Mafia. Should just be a call pre-flop. Queen 7-4 flop. Good news for Mafia. Goes check check deuce on the turn. Mafia might go for a little lead here. All in is the size, okay. And Nehe says, what do I do here? We see they have 14%, but they're actually doing pretty well against what I would perceive this range to be. Like some sort of like 5-6 of diamonds. 5-3 of diamonds. What else is in there? You wouldn't expect like Jack 10 of diamonds to be doing this. But then just the Queen Jack goes for the overbet, so wouldn't you expect it just to be, as we see Mafia ripping King 8 for 20 blinds? Wouldn't you expect that turn overbet jam just to be the nutted hands and not necessarily something so, like you would expect to be a more polar range, not something so wide as just the Queen and the Jack, even though I just gotta quit talking. Ace King for Mafia, deal Jack Jack for Nehe. Mafia will raise, Nehe will 3-bet. Mafia will get it all in. No wait, Nehe will rip. There we go. Just a flip. Ace or a king dealer. Ace or a king, come on. No, just like that, we're going to lose Mafia. Nehe wins a big pot. King Queen for aggro gets a walk. 9-9 for Darwin, we'll stick it all. Nope. Do we min raise? We're on the button. There's the min raise. Ace Jack for aggro Santos, we'll go for the 3-bet. What size do we go with? Nehe in the big with 52. Aggro says 5 blinds, very small size. Nehe will fold. Darwin will rip. Aggro will call. And we'll have a flip. That's a good flop for aggro. Interesting turn. Darwin picks up a few straight outs. Doesn't find them come the river. And bye-bye, Darwin. Ace 7 versus 9-7. We're playing about 52 blinds deep. We'll see a raise and a call. Maybe a 3-bet even from aggro. No, we'll see the raise and the call. King 8-3 flop goes check. Bet. Call. Nah, it just goes check check. My heads up game is so weak. I just gotta wait to see what happens. Sorry. Queen of spades on the turn. Nehe picks up the flush draw. They'll bet 3 blinds into 5.25 and take it on down. Oh, and we got a little bit of a break ski. Let's quickly pick up the pace here. 9-4 limps it in. 8-10 we'll check it. No. Yeah, it does. Check it back. Nehe went for a little bit of a think. So I was wondering too, do we raise the 8-10-0 pre-flop? Just facing the limp, we could try to buy it. Just avoid this silly situation. Queen 7, 2 flop goes check check 7 on the turn. Just like this, aggro's going to bet 1.69 blinds. Kind of cute. And Nehe with 10 high is going to fold. This would be a nice little call, but not happening. Queen 3 for Nehe will find the fold. 7-6 for aggro. Are we limping in? No, we're going to go for a raise this time. 8-7 for Nehe. Check or place call. Holy moly. Words are getting difficult. King 8-6 flop goes check check. Ace on the turn. 2 big blind lead by the Nehe. Nehe still good here. Bets 4 blinds, half pot. Aggro, after checking back the flop, might want to call down here, but they say no. We're just gonna lose here. Ooh, kings. Get a walk. Ace queen for aggro. We'll raise and take it down pre. 9-2. Nehe will fold the button again. 2-3 for aggro. They're just gonna lay this one down. Blinds go up. 10 and a 9 for Nehe. It would be kind of cool to see them find a way to pick away at Aggro Santos here, as they flop quite well. Ace 9-5 flop, 2 spades for Nehe. Aggro with that pair of 9s as well with the better kicker. Sees about a half pot size bet and will come along to the turn. Jack of spades, there we go. Would have been better if it was a queen, but you know, I guess I shouldn't root against aggro, but it's nice to see Nehe take down this pot here. They won't get any more value on the turn. That sucks. King 2 for aggro. Jack 8 for Nehe. Limp pot. 8-3-2 flop. Both players with a pair. Top pair for Nehe, bottom pair for aggro. 7 on the turn, we get a lead for 2 blinds. Aggro in the tank finds the call, looking to make a 2 pair or 3 of a kind come the river. 9 of clubs goes check, check. Aggro goes for a tink and he bets full pot, and we get a quick call from Nehe. Just like that. A little bit of a blast off by aggro. Nice little call there by Nehe. Good stuff. King 3 for aggro. Plays limp. Queen 7 goes for the raise. Very nicely done by Nehe. 6-5. Walking it out for aggro. Jack 5 for aggro. Raising it up. Living it up to their name. And again, Ace Jack 2 flop goes check, bet. Ooh, small bet. Let's play call Nehe. No, they're just gonna lay it down. They were playing a 7K heads up battle. That is something to think about. Ace 8 for aggro. We get a raise, a 3 bet from Nehe. They'll take it down pre-flop. 3-2 for Nehe. We'll just lay it down. Queen 3 for aggro. We'll raise it on up. Queen 10 will call. 7-6-6 flop goes check, bet, call. No, it doesn't. It just goes check, check. 7 on the turn. Queen on the river. Does the 10 play now? The 10 plays now, and Nehe goes for some value and gets a quick call out of aggro, of course, with the pair of queens. Boppity boo, that sucks for aggro. King 10 for Nehe will raise 3 blinds. Jack 10 will call. Ace Queen 2 flop. Both players with backdoor flush draws and straight draws. 4 blind bet by Nehe. Aggro will play call. What does the turn bring us? Aggro says no, I'm laying it down on the flop. The aggressive play by Nehe with no pairs. The king high is obviously best, but you know, I'm just rooting for Nehe. 8-7 for aggro. King 10 for Nehe. Raise and a call. We get a king 8-4 flop. Pair status for both players goes check, check. 6 on the turn. Aggro picks up a straight draw to the 5. A 7 or an 8 would also get the job done. Deuce of spades is not what aggro's looking for. 10 blinds will slide Nehe's way, and he's going to get a little bit more on top of it. 5. Aggro calls. Boppity boppity boo. Oh, ace 5 suited for Nehe. Aggro with a couple of queens will raise. There is a disaster situation that could occur where Nehe, okay, so there's the raise, the 3 bet. Nehe could have 4 bet, which would have been a disaster situation, but these 20 blinds in the middle likely are going aggro's way as they bet small and take it down. Nehe still with a slight lead. Queen, queen, 3 flop. Aggro bets a blind. Nehe bets 7. That'll take it down. Aces for Nehe. 6-10 for aggro. We get a 3x raise and take it down pre. 9-2 for aggro will raise. Nehe will call the 9 and the 10. Ace and a 6 and a 5. Goes check bet. Fold. Queen 5 for Nehe. They are going to go for the raise. Aggro should read into that tank and 3-bet here. They play call. 10-10-4 flop. Do-ba-dee-doo. Nehe bets 4 blinds and takes down the pot. Nicely done. Jack 5 for aggro. Limping it in. 10-8 checks it back. King, queen, queen flop. Goes check, bet, fold. Queen 6 for Nehe. Just gonna lay this one down on the button. Does seem like they're folding a few too many buttons. But you know, I'm no heads up specialist, so what do I know? I truly don't know. It just seems that way to me. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, this pot, we'll check it all the way down. I don't even know what happened. A pair of 9s for aggro. Ace 3 will raise and take it down pre for Nehe. 8-9 for aggro. We'll raise it on up and 8-3. How did I get a queen? 8-3 will fold. Ace 10 for Nehe. Raising 3 blinds, taking it down pre. King Jack for aggro will raise 6-8. I think defense for Nehe. 10-4 3 flop goes check, bet, fold. Not this time. Check, check. 9 on the turn. So we both pick up a straight draw. Nehe looking for a 7 or for the bet to get through. Aggro looking for a queen for their straight to be made. I mean any card other than a 6, 8, or 7. And aggro is in the lead. Nehe with the betting lead might buy the pot with a bluff. 3 blinds is the bet and it does get the job done. Very nicely done by Nehe. Blinds go up. Jack 4 for Nehe. Now, oh, it's like they heard me. Even though this tournament happened forever ago. Anyways, this pot will check down. 8 high for aggro. Goes for a bet ski and takes it down. 4-4 for aggro. 7-5 for Nehe. Limp pot. Nehe's thinking about a raise. 4 blinds. I think that's their sizing. They check it back. 10-9-5 goes check. And a check. 6 on the turn. Goes bet and a fold. Nehe will take that pot there. Very small one. King 8 for Nehe. Jack 2 for aggro. A raise and a take it. 9-4 might just limp. Or sorry. I was going to say might just walk it out for Nehe. But since they limped, my brain jumped to the idea of, oh, they might just limp. Anyways, we get top pair for Nehe. They go for the check raise and take it down on the flop. 8 jack for Nehe. 3x raise. Aggro with the 6 and the 4. See a raise and a 3-bet. Aggro thought about a 3-bet and we do get a call. Ace king 8 flop. So a little flush draw for aggro. Ace high board, they'll bet. Nehe with that bottom pair is not going to be in love with this. Did we fold on the flop? Whoa, what an interesting little situation for Nehe. I got no idea what to do here, but I wouldn't mind a fold on the flop. We're just going to get blown off the pot here. And Nehe says I can't bleed out the 8 blinds. Nice steal there by aggro. Doesn't that kind of make you want to root for aggro now? No, I still got to root for Nehe. 6-5 suited for Nehe will raise and take it down pre. 10-5 for aggro, a raise from the button. 6-5 will go for this tiny 3-bet to 5 blinds. Very interesting. What an interesting little size there by Nehe. Queen 3 limps. 6-9 for Nehe, checks it back. 10-8-8 flop. Goes check. Bet. Call. 3 on the turn. Aggro's got a pair. And now he's got a boat. Nehe, just with 9 high. Aggro bets through blinds and takes down the pot. Nehe's thinking about something here, though. Uh-oh. Don't do it, Nehe. They do just fold. Good stuff. King 9 for Nehe. Ace 8 for aggro. We'll see a raise and potentially a 3-bet here. Could just be a call as well for aggro. They do make it 10 blinds to go. Nehe in position, I think we'll call. Ace 3 2 flop, aggro with the toppest of pairs. Aggro bets 4 blinds and takes down the pot. It's a big one sliding their way. They reestablish first place position. King 10 will raise and take it down pre. 8-8 versus Jack and a 4. Nehe might just let this go. Queen 10 versus Jack 10. Aggro raise, a Nehe call. Whoa, Nehe 3 bets. Whoa, wee wad is 6 blinds. Again, it's pretty small. Aggro will call. Queen 6 3 flop. This is good news for Nehe, but they'll bet quite large. 8 blinds into 12. I don't think aggro can call with 3 in a row. Backdoor flush draw. They're just priced out of the pot as they pick up a couple of queens. 6-9 goes for the meme 3x raise. Now that might just be a reasonable holding. Anyways, queen 3 bets. Can you imagine? All he does call with the 6-9. He flops a pair in a straight draw. I guess I want him to hit his hand, you know? And we're not folding. We made a pair. He's all in. Queens are gonna call. 33%. This thing could be over 6 on the turn. Yes. Nehe, what are we doing? King 10 versus Jack 10. I think the game's over. Aggro's gonna rip. I don't think we limp off of 7 blinds. Aggro's gonna say, what the fuck is this all about, man? King 10's gonna call. It's suited and booted. We're just sweating a jack and the game's over. Oh no, hey, what? Case of the 3x raise. Yeah, I get it, man. It's 6-9. It's super fun hand. It's not suited and booted. We don't need to call the 3-bet. We flopped that pair, and Nehe has been like folding. It was a bottom pair, Jack 8 on an Ace King 8 flop. He had Jack 8. He finds the fold with it. 7-6-5 flop. It makes sense for Nehe potentially to come along to the turn here. So why would we want to rip it in versus playing call? Super interesting. So why does Nehe do it? So there's no flush draw. That's interesting to think about. But let's just say you have a 7 in Nehe's shoes. Well, you don't. You have 6-9. What if aggro has a7? They're gonna call. What if they've got over a pair, so they're gonna call? What if they've got ace king? Ace queen. What does aggro do if he's got ace king or ace queen? Faces the jam on the flop. Whereas I guess Nehe says there's too many overcards that I don't want to play any guessing games. So I'm just going to jam on the turn. Or straight jam on the flop. Avoid getting jammed into on the turn. Oh my. Well, I'm glad it ended this way. Alrighty, I suppose that's the end of the show. So if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. Hopefully we'll see you in another video. Until then, adios amigos.